What up, everybody? It's Friday on King's Court. Thank God it's Friday. What's up, Jay Money?
You're exactly right, man. It's Friday. I'm ready to get to it, man. Like, hey, y'all got paid probably with me today. I'm trying to triple. That, man. I'm trying to have a day like I did on Wednesday. Let's get it, man. I'm ready.
No doubt, no doubt. Hey, what's up, Wayne? We already got a new viewer in here, man. So shout out to Wayne, man. Thank you for joining us already, man. Welcome on into the Royal family, man. We welcome you all in. You have been knighted, sir. Welcome to the family. Welcome to the family. Hey, Jay, man. Let's get right into it, man. Before we start chatting with the chat today. This first game, man. I spoke about it on Low Bag a little while ago. If you guys didn't watch me on Low Bag after you watch King's Court, please go back and watch the replay of that. And then watch the replay of them early on in the day when they broke down on the Audible with Jimmy and Donnie and Will Capper. Then go watch the other show when they had Nat and Alex on there talking about soccer plays, man. So you guys get your whole fix for the weekend today. Make sure you guys go get it all, get prepared for the weekend. But on this first game, man, we found out about maybe an hour ago. J Money, no Embiid tonight, man. What's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, that tripped me out. Like we were talking about it. Earlier today, saying that he was questionable, might not play. Like you say, if you know how to look at it, then you would think that he wouldn't play. But before I had even saw that, man, I had took the over. It looks like it's went up even a point since that he's been announced out. So, or it looked like it dropped back down. It's all over the place. It could still go over, but I did this game. It wasn't nothing big or anything, but I did think two fast-paced teams and B being in or out really actually helps the over because you don't really have that defensive presence down low, so that actually helps the over. So I'm actually feeling a little bit better about it, but. Like I say, I'm kind of tired of them, man, just announcing stuff this late. I mean, even the guys that I have on Twitter that put out the injury reports, they say the same thing. Some of these teams, man, just don't be on their shit. So it's a little frustrating sometimes, but this isn't that big of an injury. Oh, well, if you had the spread, you probably pissed off. As far as me having the total, I'm not really worried about it too much.
Yeah, no Embiid tonight, but JJ Redick is playing tonight. That's news right now, so he is playing tonight. You know what? Jimmy hopped on that first quarter, Atlanta. I was leaning that way. I didn't actually take it though. This game is just an iffy ass game to me. It's just a very, very iffy game, bro. So I'm just gonna stay off and in play it, Jay. This is how I'm gonna do it. I'm just gonna in play it. I'm gonna see if I can in play it and maybe grab Atlanta if they down early, like we normally do, man. In play it, grab them while they down early at like a 16 or 15. I'm just going to rock with it that way. This is not one of my favorite games on the card tonight. Plus, Philadelphia, they could lose this game tonight flat out, man. They could lose the next game against the Knicks, too, because, like I said, they got a tough schedule coming up, man. They got Minnesota. We know that game is going to be a personal game right there. You got Indiana. You got OKC. You got the Rockets. You got San Antonio. You got Denver. They got LA with Bron back. And then they're going to have Golden State with Booby Cousins, man. They got a tough road trip, a Western road trip coming up for this team.
Exactly. Yeah, this is one of those games where you're like, oh, we know we're gonna beat them, So and then they at home, but this is sometimes where teams can slip up. A game where you see a team, a bottom feeder, like, oh, this is gonna be easy. We can afford to rest a player here. I guarantee you that's exactly what happened tonight, like you just said. I mean, they're getting ready for bigger games coming up. We know that game versus Timberwolves is going to be big. I'm pretty sure that they're going to put that one on TV. So I guarantee you that one's on national TV. We know how the NBA is, man. It's all about drama. It's almost pretty much like a bunch of females, man. They want drama. They want everybody to keep watching. Maybe that's why they want to go to state to lose a few games, so people can start back watching the NBA. A lot of people were saying that they were ruining the NBA or whatever. That's a whole nother story. I see Philly maybe looking ahead in this spot. I'm not taking Atlanta plus the points, but I wouldn't. It's not a bad bet, especially early on in the game. We know how the Hawks usually start out well, but they are on a nice little road trip. I would tread lightly. Even we know that the 76ers can still possibly blow them out even without Embiid. So on the side, I would stay away, especially with the late injury news. But the total, I'm still, like I say, I'm still giving out the over. I'm still on it. I know the game started in a little bit, and we can get to this other one real quick, but I did take the over on this.
No doubt. Let's get to this next game since we don't have too much time real quick. This Bucks line, we watched it drop from 6.5. I liked it earlier. I like the Bucks in this spot. I was waiting for everybody to put money on the Wizards so I could get it maybe at about 5, 4.5, 5. And instead of me getting it there, I got it at 3. And I only got it at 3 when Giannis was pronounced out. I can barely pronounce his last name, so I always call him Giannis. You know what I mean? He pronounced out. I wasn't tripping on him being out whatsoever. This team showed me they can win without him. They hold the team to under 50 points in the paint. They're defending really well. They won 5 of the last 6 road games to take out there, and that's crazy because this is a team that couldn't win on the road before, and now they're going out there winning. They won, like I mentioned before, in the low back. They beat Golden State at home. They beat Denver at home. They beat the Raptors at home. They beat Boston at home. They beat the Rockets. We just saw how they beat the Rockets the other day. That was a great game. I like that game because we won money off of it. Plus, it was just a great game in general. But in this spot right here, I'm still on the Bucks. I like them at the -1.5. I took them again at the -1.5, and I'm about to play them again on the first quarter. That's a personal bet for myself, but I like the Bucks tonight. Even though Wizards have been playing decent basketball with John Wall out, I still can't back this Wizards team right now. I still haven't seen enough. I know they don't have any bigs down there. That's going to be that problem tonight if you ask me, Jay.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And I was thinking that too. I told somebody that earlier, they asked me why was the line dropping so much, and I didn't even have to look at. This is why I was at work, mind you. These people don't really know NBA like that. But they asked me, I'm starting to get them to know it though. But they asked me, man, why that line dropping, bro? Woo-woo, because this worker came in real quick. He told me, he was like, damn, man, I need to start following you. You told me that the Bucks was gonna beat the Rockets. I said, man, I told you should have followed me. And then he looked at it tonight. He was like, why the line dropping versus the Wizards? I like, they are coming off a big game, but I mean the Wizards are coming off a big win as well. I told him immediately that Giannis is probably out. I didn't even have to look at it. And what do you know? He was doubtful, whatever, and then they ruled him out. But if you see the line drop like that, that he's out. Like you said, Bucks are a very deep team. They still have Chris Middleton can step up tonight, and they still beat the Wizards. The Wizards aren't a deep team, and they really don't play. They really don't play well teams like this, deep teams like the Bucks. I'm with you on that one, real. I still think the Bucks can come out here. I'm finna try to put this bet in real quick.
Yeah, you guys got it earlier when P gave it out on the low back show. He got the Wizards at 6.5, so that's a great bet to me too. Taking the Wizards at 6.5. I still think the Bucks win this game. I'm glad that I didn't grab them when they were at 6.5. Like I said, I got them at 3. You guys can grab them at 1.5. I jumped on them again at 1.5. I also like the under in this game, under 227. We kind of just came to an agreement on the low back show a little while ago. I already leaning that way, but I made that an official bet. I got under 227 Bucks and Wizards. Any thoughts on that total?
Yeah, I said the same thing, real. I didn't want to come in there too much, but I only want to do one comment. But I did say that I did come in saying that I'd like that under as well. I wanted to let you know what I'm saying, shine on there. Y'all were mentioning King's Court anyway, but yeah, I did definitely hop on the under with that. I was telling Jimmy that was a good play, so I got the under too. It does scare me a little bit. It was down. It was down at 226.5, and then it had jumped up like you right before the game. The game's been starting like 10 minutes ago. It had jumped up a whole point. It's some little late stuff, but I still like the under this game for the simple fact that the Wizards, they hadn't been really scoring like that. They try to shoot a bunch of threes. If you can guard the 3-point line against them, which the Bucks do well, then the Wizards, they won't touch 110 points in this game. I like the under, especially with Giannis out. He kind of slows it down sometimes, but that scoring and rebounding that's coming out. So hopefully that the Bucks don't just start raining threes, because it could happen. But I still like the Bucks in this game, and I already did. I took the under at 227, man.
No doubt. We got some King Art asking us, is Bledsoe's out? No, Bledsoe's playing tonight. That was an injury I was more concerned about. Now, Bledsoe didn't play tonight. And usually if they're going to hold Giannis out, they're not going to hold Giannis, Bledsoe, Ilyasova. The whole team ain't going to be held out. So if they hold the star out, then, yeah, the rest of the guys are probably playing. So, yeah, they're playing tonight. So I like that. Morris isn't playing for the Wizards. Now, Morris is playing for the Wizards. Then I kind of be thinking like, okay, you got Morris back over there. He's playing. So I would probably lean Wizards in that spot. But like I said, this team right now, the Wizards, it's like a whole new basketball team for this club right now, J Money. You agree? It's like a whole new team without Wall over there. They're trying to find who they are, their identity right now, what they are. So it's still Bucks or nothing. But any more questions in the chat that we see? I see a lot of people saying a lot of y'all riding with the under 220. Some got 227.5. That's a great number. Any more things hopping out at you? What about the Bucks team total over? Under. I see Southside Lopez asking that question, Jay. Any thoughts on that?
No, I wouldn't take Bucks team total under for the simple fact that, like I say, they still can score points in my opinion. Like I say, Giannis is out, but they have other players that can step up. Technically, this is supposed to be a letdown for them, so I could see the total going on. Like I say, I like the full game under, but I just feel like both of these teams combined. That's the way that I kept it combined. I don't see them going there. Team totals are a little tricky for me because sometimes the team total might go over or under, but the full game could be different. So that's why it kind of throws me off. Maybe you might have a little bit better insight on that real, but just me personally, I feel like the way that I kept this from both teams, I feel like we'll go under 227, mainly the Wizards. The Bucks, I feel like could still come out possibly and come and get their points and hold the Wizards down. It's supposed to be a letdown for the Bucks, but I don't see it. They're too deep, and I'm not a believer of the Wizards just yet.
Yeah, this Bucks team is deep, and if you like the Raptors, if you take Kawhi off the Raptors, I don't know how far that Raptors team will really go long term. You take Giannis off of this Bucks team with the Bucks team they have right now, I could see them still winning more games than the Raptors team without Kawhi. If I also put it that way, but that's my own eye test. That's what I feel when I'm looking at the bench with the Bucks have and the coach that the Bucks have and how the Bucks are playing right now. They're coached pretty well. They're coached really well. But yeah, Jay, let's talk about some games from yesterday, man. We did okay for ourselves. I mean, I hit a bunch of little totals and some unders, hit some second half plays, tweeted out some shit that worked out for us. That damn Denver game, man. I was trying to get that shit to go over in that game, man. Missed it by a few points. We could have had that Spurs under J Money. We barely missed that shit by 76 points, man. What's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, we know that it went into double overtime. That shit had me cracking up. You said that right before it went on. That was hilarious, man. First, he said we only missed it by when you said that, I'm like, damn, bro, we didn't come close to that one. You was like, we only missed it by 70-some points. But yeah, it went into double overtime. It was a tighter game than it was supposed to be. I'm surprised that OKC was keeping it that tight. We saw that the Spurs got up about 10. I mean, you got to look. They had a pretty much perfect first quarter. Second quarter, Bellinelli hitting all these threes. I mean, they couldn't miss from three. They were 14 from 14, their first 14 threes, man. You don't see that. And yet they didn't. I looked at the score again. I'm on my phone and stuff. And then I look up at the score. They was only up like 8 or 10. I'm like, damn, they're not blowing the OKC out by 20. And OKC just kept fighting. I'm gonna love this game, man. This home and home, the second game of a home and home. I'm gonna love OKC. I can't believe they kept it that close in San Antonio. I'm gonna love them at home, man. I'm sorry. It was only a little 4-game slate. I had the under on the Boston and Miami. It ended up going over a 59-point fourth quarter. That's the only reason why it barely went over. But if you had the over, you cashed on the Sacramento. That one cashed pretty much easily. I should have took the under. I don't know why I wasn't on there, but Sacramento, I know I got it early to 5.5. Even if you got -8, you still cashed it. So I ended up losing my third quarter bet. I was pretty pissed about that, especially seeing the way that it played out. I feel like there was a bad beat. Detroit had hit a 3 right there before the buzzer, and then Fox still could have went and made the shot, and you know what I'm saying? We would have been up by 2. They would have covered the quarter, and he missed it, man. I was absolutely pissed last night, but it's all good. It's another day. Finna get all lit back.
Yeah, I know this, man. This month kind of sort of NBA, we started out hot, then it kind of sizzled off a little bit. Then the last couple of days have been back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. That's why I need tonight to be a big night, especially since I'm about to take off to go to Phoenix either tonight or early in the morning. About to go check out the game tomorrow up there. So I'm about to go chill and well, I can't really say enjoy no sunshine because Phoenix ain't that hot right now. But I'm about to get out, you know what I mean, go get some fresh air somewhere else, you know what I mean, stretch my legs, man, go shop, you know what I mean, go check out some hats, some jerseys, see what I see out of town. So I'll be in Phoenix with the fam this weekend, enjoying myself. But yeah, yesterday was just crazy, bro. I went to the gas station. Dude was like, because he told me on the under in the Spurs game, he said, man, we almost had that under in that game. I said, bro, we lost that shit by 76 points. What you mean we almost had the under in the game? I started cracking up, bro. I'm like, what you mean almost had the under in that game? What game was you watching, homeboy? I'm like, you even watched the game? But, it is what it is. Spurs still walked away with the win. I had them with the win, and then, you know what I mean, I got them in the second half. So it is what it is. But we can get on to the next game, J Money, unless you see something in the chat you want to ask, or you got something else you want to touch on real quick.
Yeah, no, just real quick. With that, I don't know. It was something crazy about that Heat game yesterday. I didn't play the Heat. I wanted to so bad. I couldn't bet against the Celtics, man. But that was crazy because it had reminded me of a few spots the day before that I had cash with, especially the Memphis Grizzlies game. Everything was about it. It was the exact same, but I just couldn't pull the trigger because I actually did kind of like the Celtics, but my gut was telling me the Heat. I didn't bet it, but I wanted to bet the Heat so bad, man. And I saw them up pretty much wire to wire in there. And another one, I did have a lean on the Nuggets on that one. And my college basketball play lost by a half a fucking point, man. They missed 2 late free throws in the last seconds. It was just bad, man. But the bounce back days are the best, real. Let's get to the next one.
Let's go, man. I'll let you start us off with this one, Jeff, if you want to, man. This Brooklyn and Toronto game. What's your thoughts on it? I mean, last time they played it went to overtime. Brooklyn, the Nets won. Let me hear your opinion on this game real quick.
This isn't a strong game for me at all. If anything, I may take the over. This isn't one of my strongest games at all, Ray. I'm going to have to let you take this one. I don't have a play on it at all. I don't have a lean towards anyway. If anything, if I had to make a play, I would lean towards the over. I know the Raptors are going to get their points. And lately, the Nets, they've been kind of scoring a bunch of points too. It's just a tough one to call, especially with the big spread. It is a revenge game for the Raptors, though, so I would definitely take that into consideration. They lost by 1 point to the Nets in overtime in Brooklyn. So I mean, this wasn't too long ago. This was not too much, like 4 weeks ago. So it still be pretty fresh on their minds. The Raptors could come out here and handle business. It's just kind of a high line, man. I know the Nets can possibly stick inside that number.
Yeah, I jumped in the first half. That's the play I like. It was the first half -5.5. I like the full game too. You gotta look at this Nets team. Nets team have been balling, but the reason why they have been balling, like I expressed before, because they actually play as a complete unit, as a complete team. They play a team basketball when they step out there on the court. But when they beat this Raptors team, they had all their pieces. They had Dudley, they had Jefferson, they had Crab. They don't have neither of those guys tonight out there with them on the court tonight, and that's going to mess them up, I think, against this Raptors team who's going to attack you from all angles. Raptors have from the 1 to the 5, even on their bench, they have a better team than the Nets. They're better talented than the Nets. They actually have a superstar. The Nets don't have a superstar, and then the revenge spot at home. So I like the Raptors here, man. First half, I lean full game. I really like the full game as well. Well, actually, no. Yeah. Let me see. I took the Raptors. No, I just took them first half. Yeah, I took the Raptors first half, and then I bought a half a point. That's what it was. I bought it a half a point. I got them down to 8.5. So I'm on the Raptors actually 8.5, and I'm on Raptors first half -5.5. I bought the point because I don't like getting beat on the hook, Jay. You know how it is when we lose by a half a point, a backdoor cover, something like this. What we have seen from this Nets team, they can't stay in ball games. So I did buy the half a point. We bought a full point. If I'm betting more than $300 on the game, I'm definitely buying me a point just because I'm putting on the money line. The money line was too high for me, so I had to buy the point. I'd rather win a little bit less than lose a lot. So that's how I played it. Bought the point, and I'm on the first half -1.5. If I made any sense there, if I corrected it.
Yeah, you say you got the first half at 5.5. I'm thinking about hopping on there with you right now. The Raptors -5.5 first half. I'm finna take it right now. I'm gonna ride with you on that one.
No doubt. And everybody asked me. I think somebody asked me about for an in-play bet real quick. Let me go to the game real quick and see what's going on right now. Only Hawks at 8.5. When the game started off, they had dropped down to 9.5 on my William Hill. So that's not too much, nothing. Plus the Hawks earlier was sitting at 12.5 when the game first started. Before the tip-off was only at 9.5. That's not the line we're looking for right now. We want more money from the Hawks if we're going to jump on anything Hawks in-play-wise. Bucks Wizards right now. Bucks started off a little slow, 16-12, but it's early game there. The next game, J Money, is Cavaliers Rockets, bro. Only thing I could tell anybody to do in this situation is to take the Rockets, bro. I mean, I don't see why you would put your money on the Cavaliers. This team showed second half they just disappear. I took them first half -8 for a small play myself. Raptors. I was thinking about Raptors, but Rockets. I was looking at them maybe first quarter, but I like them basically first half. Let the guys get warmed up a little bit. I think Austin Rivers could have a decent game tonight, playing against a lousy Cavs team who can't defend. Who's gonna stop Harden out there? Only way Rockets lose this game, but don't cover this game because Harden just has a bad game, you know. But this team, the Cavaliers team, is just so bad it's hard not to just put your money on the Rockets and just go with it.
Right, yeah, this is a pretty high spread. We know it's high for a reason. Cleveland is terrible. They did already beat the Rockets, man, this year. The Rockets should want to go out here and just trash Cleveland. I know that I would. This feels like one of the games where you would want to be first quarter, first half, and full game on the Rockets. I didn't touch it, but seeing that it is a revenge game, and seeing that the Rockets are off of that home loss, they should want to come out here and handle business. Like I say, against the Cavs team that just isn't good. I mean, especially on the road. I can't believe they beat the Rockets that time at the house, to be perfectly honest with you. But the Cavs, I mean, come on, man. 0-10 straight up last 10. They're not finna get this win either. The Rockets, they don't have a game that they're looking ahead to. I see them coming out in this one. I might just have to hop on them at the very least first quarter, first half. It's not a play just yet, but the Rockets should come out here and handle business. Did you say you took them on the first half, Real?
Yeah, I took Rockets first half -8. I wanted to take them first quarter too, but we've seen how the Cavaliers kind of come out first quarter. I was leaning over total in the first quarter. I still may take that once we move on to the next game. I can go back into my William Hill book and check it out. Somebody in chat asked, do I use William Hill? Yes, I do use William Hill. My only complaint about William Hill is I think they know when I'm making bets because they can track my account. So certain bets they kind of keep me off of when I'm trying to bet certain things. And William Hill, your business is right down the street from my house. So if you guys want to call me on into the office, maybe hook something up, give me some credit. I shout you guys out all the time. Something, I would gladly appreciate it. So follow me on Twitter, William Hill, at KingRail2. That's the name. Hit me up. But I do use William Hill. You like that commercial real quick, J Money? You like how I try to find me that sponsor real quick?
Yeah, I like that, man. And look, I don't care who it is, whoever wants to sponsor me, it could be somebody at the house, man. You got the money, you trying to sponsor me? Hey, let's fucking do it, man. Nah, I'm just messing around, but we do got to get this other game real. We had skipped through this Pacers and Knicks game that is finna start. I like the Pacers in this spot, man. We know the Knicks. They got a couple of players sitting out. You got Frank. I just call him Frank N, man, because his last name, I'm not even finna try to do it. I would rather do Giannis' last name than this guy. Any name that starts with NT, I'm not even finna try it, dead, man. But, I mean, then you got Enes Kanter sitting out as well. The Knicks coming off a very long road trip, man, very long. Only game they won was the one game versus the Lakers. And now they come back. This the first game off that long road trip. I see the Pacers coming out here and handle business, especially coming off that blowout loss versus Celtics. I mean, they gave the Celtics, they gave up 135 points in that game. They got to be pissed. It's not good that this is the last game of the Pacers 5-game road trip, but I mean it was win loss. They don't want to lose this last one, especially you got Oladipo going to the Garden. We know stars like to shine in the Garden. Sabonis should shine tonight. Tyreek Evans, don't forget about Tyreek Evans, man. We saw when Oladipo was out, a few of them games he fucking balled out. So I know no Miles Turner, but I like the Pacers in this spot. I did buy a few points in this one, but I still like it at the -8.
Hey, real quick too. Hey, Larry, I know you there. I forgot to tell you before we went online. We got Teddy B coming on with us too at what next possibly 10 minutes or whenever you could get him on here. He said about 30 after. So my bad, Larry. I forgot to remind you. I forgot to even bring it up myself. So I apologize, man, for making your job harder. But it's Friday, so you can go get drunk, man. I'll see you a couple of bucks for a shot. I appreciate it if you could make that happen. Thank you so much. In this Pacers and Indiana, this Pacers and Knicks game, man, it's going to be a small lineup for both teams. No Cantor out there, J Money, so it's going to be a small lineup. I think Indy still gets it done. I'll take Indiana in the first quarter. The Knicks are 27th in opponent points. They're 29th in defense. They lose by an average margin of 8 points. They're 4-12 at home. I know Indy is 0-5 ATS in their last 5 games, and they're 20-20 ATS for the season right now. But this should be a game that Indy comes out and just wins. But I agree with you there. It's the end of a homestand right now for them. And they might take it seriously, but this Knicks team is just too bad where you cannot like go out there and win. That's how I feel about the Cavaliers. Cavaliers are just too bad where you cannot help but go out there and put up a good performance against a team like that. So, yeah, I'm on Indiana first quarter. I'm also on Indiana full game, Jay. That's how I'm playing. Yeah, Indy first quarter, Indy full game.
What you think about the first half? I'm thinking about taking the first half right now. I see that first quarter. At my book, they got it -2.5, minus the 120. I hate their -120 shit, but they pretty much saying they think that it's gonna hit. But what do you think about first half? If they come out after the first quarter covering, they should keep it going. You know what I'm saying, into the first half, don't you think? I think they should come out in the first quarter here and never look back. I think it's one of those type of games.
This is one of the games where you got to find your game on an NBA card. Like I try to tell everybody, don't bet in play unless you're watching the game. Don't ever just bet a game because you look at a score on your ESPN app or your NBA app and be like, oh, they're down, I'm going to go bet this team. Watch what you bet. Watch your money. If you guys bet stock market, you keep an eye on your money. You got to watch your money. You watch where your money go and watch where your money. So if you're watching a game like this would be a perfect in-play game. You probably could just keep betting on the Pacers all game long, or if maybe the Knicks is hanging in there, keep getting good value in this game. So it's one of them games where I would say in play, but I agree with you, Jay Money, on the first half as well. I didn't really want to load it up. I already put a unit on the full game, and they only bet $60 in the first quarter. I wasn't like I put a whole unit or nothing on the first quarter. I don't bet my first quarter is big and heavy. First quarter, the way I like it, the way my book is set up, I can bet it first quarter, say my first quarter cash. I'm already having to lean kind of to a first half. If I already didn't take the first half, I'll just use that money I won for my first quarter and add it to my in play for the first half. You get what I'm saying, Jay? And I'll just let it just flip itself that way sometimes.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense. It makes perfect sense. Like you say, I would always just space it out. My thing, I always cap the full games. That's the main thing to me, because anything can happen. Prime example, the Jazz, they were losing 20 points in the first quarter, and then they slowly but surely came back. And I look at the end of the game and end up winning by 13. So that's a prime example. First quarter and first half looked absolutely terrible, but they end up covering the full game. So maybe a few little dollars on the first quarter, a few dollars on the first half. But if you do really like something, if you're going to, put some units on it, then I would just say try to stick with the full game. That's something that you can definitely cap a little bit better.
Yeah, exactly. And right now the Wizards are in that Bucks ass. They're not so much in the Bucks ass. The Bucks aren't playing really any defense. Like I said, I took the first quarter. It was a personal bet, first quarter Bucks. I share my little personal bets with you guys from time to time. You guys want to throw them on my record? I'm not afraid to throw them on my record. I claim my losses. I claim my wins. My man Jay Money claim his losses, claim his wins. We get trolls asking us to show tickets. I'm not going to show you every single ticket I make, because my money ain't your business. But I don't mind showing tickets. Jay Money don't mind showing tickets. It just is what it is, man. No matter what we do, you're going to hear somebody complaining about something. You can be doing everything right. But you cross the street when it's a red light or a green light, they don't complain about you jaywalking. No matter what you do, you could be, it don't matter what you do in life, man. Somebody going to find some reason to complain about you when they should look in the mirror and ask them what's going on with them. You know what I mean? But that's how life is. So we move on to the next one. Yeah, we move on to the next one. Jay, let you get into this one real quick. I want to hear your take on this. I'm pretty sure you already heard my thoughts on this game. But Lakers and Jazz, bro, what's your opinion over here? You've kind of had a better read on the Utah Jazz than I've had this season.
You say you want to get to the Lakers game, or you didn't want to get to the Timberwolves and Mavs game real quick? But we can do the Jazz one, man. I'm hiding ready for them.
No, go to the Mavs Jazz. I didn't realize I passed it up, bro. I apologize.
No, you cool. I was ready to get into that Jazz and Lakers. That's my main damn game of the day. But let's break down this Timberwolves and Mavs game real quick, man. I know that there's money out there on the Mavs. People liking the Mavs. We got to remember, man, the Mavs are still 3-18 on the road, man. 3-18 on the road. So they're not the same on the road, man. We know that the last time that they blew the Hornets out, but that was a bad spot for the Hornets. I can't take the Mavs on the road in this game, especially coming off that. It's not really a big win, but the Suns have their number. So there was a big win. The Mavericks just pretty much ended up pulling out in the fourth quarter. But I'm on the Timberwolves in this spot, man. I had to take the Timberwolves, especially them. They still playing with fire right now with their new coach. So we saw them just beat OKC in OKC. I like them to keep it rolling in this one. I did take a small shot with the over. I know the Mavs, they've been playing to the under lately. Last 5 games went under. They hadn't even been close. But we know that the Timberwolves, their last 9 out of 10 games have went over. I'm talking about flew over the total. The only one that did go under was their game versus the Lakers. The Lakers only scored 86 points. I like the over in this spot, man. I like the Timberwolves to run and gun. I see them win this game by 5 points or more.
Hey, I'm with you on that one. That's one of my favorite plays of the night too. And I seen Jim was on it earlier, and I think Pete probably also tell it too. And a couple of guys I love and respect up here in Las Vegas are also on that play as well. And that's part of the reason why tomorrow I'm on automatic fade for me is the Timberwolves. I'm taking the Pelicans tomorrow already. You guys already took that. I gave it out on low back show. I'm on the Pelicans money line tomorrow already in this spot. It's for a simple fact because I think the Minnesota comes out tonight and gives it all. They come out and want to keep this winning streak going. Like I said, they fired their coach and they're winning. Dude Saunders came in there right now and he's winning games. The Mavs are 3-18 on the road. They're 1-11 last 15 games. Like I said, the last couple of games the Mavs did beat on the road was an LA team and an OKC team. But we see both of those teams having struggles. OKC with injuries, and not OKC with injuries, but LA with injuries, and OKC with the fact that ball was not going in the basket for them. And the way that Westbrook plays is just so inconsistent. It's Timberwolves for me or nothing, J Money at all. No Dennis Smith tonight. This Mavs team struggles offensively on the road, and I think it happens again tonight. Do I wish Covington was in the lineup for Minnesota tonight? I would love if Covington was in the lineup. I think it would be great. I think Minnesota would win by at least 15 points if he was in the lineup tonight with the way he plays defense. But I think they cover tonight, man. It'll probably be a late cover, but I think Minnesota gets it done, Jay.
Yeah, I'm definitely with you on that one. Like I say, the Mavs, they won it for ATS following the straight up win the last 5. So a lot of times they just don't handle the success well. We know before the Suns game, they were struggling as well. So in this spot, like I said, it's a total Timberwolves spot, especially seeing with the new coach angle. This is their first home game with the new coach. They just went and won on the road against OKC. They did everything to win that game, and the Timberwolves still came out on top. They really showed me something in that one. So the fact that they went out there and did that like they did, I mean, they're super pumped up. That's what new coach does. It gets you pumped up. It shoot, you know what I'm saying, some energy into the team, life into the team, and you see what happened. I'm just hoping they keep it rolling tonight. The line dropped down to 4.5. Man, I'm on this 4.5. I'm taking it again right now.
Somebody asked me live heads, do I take the Bucks 4.5 right now? No. We gotta see what the Bucks do second quarter. Right now, Bucks are just allowing the Wizards to do whatever they want out there. You gotta see if they step it up. The Bucks coach isn't no punk, man. He can coach. He'll make adjustments. It's early. He'll make adjustments. If anything, I would say grab him. My book would probably let me get him right now in play first half plus 11. Whatever they're down by, I probably could take it. I'm not going to touch it right now. I'm low-key waiting for this Hawks 76ers first half to end so I can in-play this first half right now. Hawks are up by 5. I know Jimmy did put me onto the Hawks first quarter plus 4. If you guys did tell Jimmy on that, man, one sharp-ass play right there, man. So shout out to Jimmy the Bag for putting us on the Hawks first quarter if anybody did tell that. But, J Money, let's get on to the next game, man. This is one of my favorite games of the night. Lakers, bro. Lakers for me tonight. Jazz do not have any fucking guards, bro. Can you explain to me how you don't have any guards where every point guard you have is hurt out there? You got Mitchell at point, and then when you go to your shooting guards, you only have Korver and Joe. So now your 3 shooting guards are gonna be playing your guard position all night, but you got throw Crowder at the shooting guard. Man, I think Utah's in trouble tonight, bro.
Yeah, Utah could be in some type of trouble. This is a revenge game for them. The Lakers had already beat them. I wouldn't be so quick to bet the Lakers. I see what you're saying, and it's a damn good point. But I'm not betting the Lakers. They're coming off 2 wins. We know you have to remember, still no LeBron and still no Rondo. So this game is on the road. So I know they won against the Mavs. I don't take that game into consideration too much. I feel like the Mavs gave that game to the Lakers. Before that, we know everyone was saying fade the Lakers, fade them. Now they got 2 wins. That's not turning the corner for me. This is a revenge game for the Jazz. I know they don't have any guards, and to be honest, I don't really care about the side. I did take the Jazz money line in a little parlay, a little money line parlay that I always do, and I will give you guys a parlay here in a second. But I don't see the Jazz losing this game. I could definitely see what you're saying there. You're getting 8 points with a team with no guards. It was 8.5 earlier today, but it just has me scratching my head the fact that it's still 8 points without all those guards. I mean, even Rubio's out, didn't X him out. You got Nito out. It's like, damn, bro, the backup to the backup is out. Man, I'm telling you, man, y'all listen to me. I fucking love the under in this game, man. If this under loses, I will apologize to everybody on Twitter, man. I posted it out. I fucking love it. This is my favorite play of the day, man. I don't see it losing. If it does lose, I mean, nothing is guaranteed. Nothing's guaranteed. Don't go put the house on it. But I'm on this shit, man. The Lakers been playing to the under. They've been playing damn good defense. You look at their last few games, 113 to 100. That one went under. 107, 97 against the Mavs, who've been running fast pace. That one was way under 222. Then you went under against the Timberwolves. That was their only under game for the Timberwolves. Before that, it was 7 or 8 straight overs for the Timberwolves. And then here you come in and make it go under by a bunch. I love it, man. Playing in Utah, you just said Utah Jazz, no guards at all. Who's gonna distribute the ball? You got Mitchell. What about when he goes out? You have to give him a rest. You know the Jazz play good defense. Their last 2 games went under. They held the Orlando Magic to 93 points. Way less than 50 in the second half. I don't have the numbers up right now, but I'm on this fucking under. I can't believe it's at 215, man. I love it.
The only guards I have available tonight, bro, this is crazy, is Mitchell, Korver, and Joe Ingles. Then you got the kid Long, who came in for his first NBA game the other day. I think he played like 9 minutes or something. So then you're telling me if one of those guys at all getting in foul trouble, just having a horrible game, if they're having a horrible game, you're low-key forced to play them having a horrible game. If Korver's having a horrible shooting night, you're forced to play him out there, and you're going to be pulling points away from Utah Jazz. So I agree with you there on your under. And then if you pulling people over, so you're going to pull them over. So what, you're going to have O'Neal coming to play shooting guard? You're going to put Crowder at point guard? What are you going to do, put Favors at the 3? This is going to be a tough-ass lineup that the Jazz put out there tonight against the Lakers team. And Jay Money, this is why I like the Lakers at plus 8.5 now, where the lines are sitting at. I like it for this instance right here. We watched this Laker team when they won a couple of games with LeBron, have these young guys fed off of that. And Jay, you've been on basketball teams. You've probably been on winning basketball teams and losing basketball teams. But think about it. When y'all having a losing streak and when y'all finally get that first win and then you get that second win, man, you know you're even hungrier for that third win. Y'all starting to feel like y'all believe in yourselves. And I think the Lakers right now, with 8.5 points right there, believe in themselves a little bit more than what the line and the bookies think they believe in them.
Yeah, point there. The main thing with me in this one, like I said, it is a revenge game. Anything can happen, and it is a shitload of points, especially don't have any guards. It's just I'm not too much of a fan of the Lakers, especially on the road. We all know if they play a good defensive team, especially without LeBron and Rondo, they can get bottled up. I'm hoping that happens tonight. I hope good luck to you on your cover, bro. I hope they do cover for you. I'm just on this under, bro. Like I said, that's the main thing. I don't see the Jazz losing. Hopefully they win by 4 or 5 points. And, we both win. Like I said, I did take the Jazz on the money line in this parlay. I'm a parlay that I don't see losing. A lot of times I'll take a money line parlay with favorites, just 4 teams. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times you'll come out maybe like minus 110 or plus 120 or something, and I'll take it, man, put a unit on it. Sometimes they just cash, man. I feel like that's a little easy parlay. I will give y'all one. I'm a put together one real quick. I'm a parlay that I quick. Let me see. Go ahead, real. Why you with the next one? I gotta find them a parlay that I actually did bet that I, you know what I'm saying? I gotta find something that I really already got money on.
That's what I want to say, Jay. Take your time. We'll give it to them. We want to welcome in our man Teddy B coming in here real quick to drop us off some NFL plays for the weekend, man. What's up, Teddy B? If you in here, how you doing, brother?
Hey guys, how's it going?
Good to have you, man. How's today going, man? What you got for us, Teddy B?
Yeah, man. So with NFL playoffs, I actually got a couple teasers and a play I really like. So do you want me to just start off with it?
Hey, just go, bro. Just shoot from the hip right now. We're going to pull up some in play real quick while we let you fire off.
All right, guys. So last week, if you guys told my plays, we went 3-0 on our football teasers with the national championship game, Clemson. We took them with the points and we took the over. That was an easy casher. Then we went 2-0 on our teasers for NFL playoffs with the Seahawks saving us on Saturday with that late touchdown against the Cowboys. So I think in this point in day in the playoffs, you want to do teasers unless you're really certain about a spread. I actually have a straight up spread play this week, and I have 2 teasers. So I'm going to start off with the Colts-Kansas City game that kicks off Saturday. The reason I really, really like this game is because Kansas City in the playoffs is 1-11 ATS. Their last 12 games they played in the playoffs. I know that we're talking plays that and spreads that have been going on for a couple of years here without Andy Reid, but Andy Reid is 1-4 in the playoffs. So I really, really look at that. I know that there's a bunch of stats that we can look at, point out here, but let me point out a couple of stats. The reason I really like the Colts here. The number one third down conversion team in the NFL is the Indianapolis Colts. And you guys want to take a guess who they're playing this week? The worst third down defense in the NFL with Kansas City. I think the Colts have a real shot at winning this game. I don't see D Ford and those boys getting to Andrew Luck. I think the Colts have the best offensive line here. If you're going to give me plus 5.5, plus 5, I'm going to take them. So that's my straight bet. I really like the Colts this week. I'm going to actually tease that on another play that I'm going to give to you guys. I really like the over in this game too. I know there's weather concerns, so we got to check the weather. I really like the teaser with the 6. I was going to do that originally, but with the weather, we don't know what's going to go on. I don't know. I just think the straight bet's the way to go. And if you still think the over is going to cash, I know one of my boys, Dave L.A., he gave this out earlier too. He really likes the over, and he doesn't care about the weather. I think that's a good value play. Thoughts, Rail?
Hey, I'm going to sit back, soaking it up, looking for some in plays over here, man. I'm on. This is a tough weekend for me over here, Teddy, when it comes to football, man, because I capped it. I got off of it. I capped it. I seen what you were talking about. I seen what Dave L.A. was talking about. I agree with you there, but I don't know. Jay, what you got, bro? I want to hear what you got, Jay, because I may be on the – I want to hear what you guys say about these games real quick before I chime in, because if you say the same thing Teddy say, I'm going to have to switch it.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I had to go with Teddy here. You have to look towards the Colts in this one. I know Kansas City has been balling. I would have liked the over too, but the weather conditions do concern me. I'm with Teddy here. We know Kansas City, they don't cover in the playoffs. It is a little bit of a tricky spot. I hadn't bet the Colts yet. I did like them, but it seems like everyone likes the Colts. But, I mean, the money is with them too, though. So it's not just like it's public. The money, 86% of the money is on the Colts here. So it seems like a lot of people like them. But when I saw that earlier today, I thought to myself, damn, maybe this is the game that the Colts do slip up. We know KC, they've been balling all year. I could see them winning by a touchdown. That's the reason why I'm not betting the Colts. In theory, the Colts should keep it close, maybe lose by a field goal. I don't see them winning in Arrowhead. I don't see that happening. But, I mean, that doesn't mean that they can keep the game close, especially the way that Luck has been balling. But we do know if you can get some sacks on them, get some pressure to them, they are a little bit of a different team. I can't bet against the Colts right now because they are just surging. Even though that the Texans were surging, the Colts were surging even more. Luck is out there playing, look like he fucking Peyton Manning out there. This is a tough game to cap, and this is one I'm probably just going to watch. I could definitely see what Teddy's saying. He made damn good points. We know KC, they just don't cover the spreads in the playoffs, and the way the Colts been playing, the Colts have to be the play. It's just way too much money on them, man.
To me, like, this is my whole opinion. I hate Luck. I don't like Luck at all. I have a bias against Luck. I hate Luck. Maybe it's because when I was playing Madden for the past couple of years, when I come into my Madden season late, the guys always stick me with the goddamn Colts. I get stuck with the Colts every damn time I came on. And guess what? It was me, Andrew Luck, and fucking Frank Gore. And I couldn't win a game with them bastards. I just don't like I'm telling you, that's what I got stuck with on Madden. You know what? I'm just not a fan of Luck. I know Luck has been putting up great numbers. I love the over in this game, though, even with the poor weather. I like the over in here. And y'all kind of can't forget, though, didn't this man score 6 touchdowns twice this year, a Kansas City quarterback? That's a record, bro. I mean, you can't look at didn't he just score twice in the season, 6 touchdowns in 2 games, if I'm correct? I mean, you can't look past KC here, man. So my only play on that game would have to be the over. And then my next game, man, is New England or nothing for me, bro. That's how it is. It's New England and the over in the KC game for me.
And you're right, Rail. And typically in the past, I would never bet against New England here. They're one of the best teams in the playoff history. They cover the spread. I mean, typically, I would say you're on the right side. But this year's different. I know Phillip Rivers has never beat Tom Brady. He's 0-4 all-time against the Patriots. But they are the best road team in the NFL this year. And I think that's something to be said. I think Phillip Rivers knows that his time is coming down. This could be his year. This could be his last year to really have a legitimate chance of going to a Super Super Bowl. I think he's the best quarterback in our last 10 years that hasn't made the Super Bowl yet. I think this is a game that he's really going to be up for. I know, like I said, he's 0-4 against the Patriots, but I'm going to tease him here, and I'm going to tease him here with the Saints coming up on the next game. I think the Eagles coming off that emotional win. I think the line's at -8 for a reason. I know that a lot of people are going to be taking the Eagles with the points, Nick Foles, but if you tease, you give me Drew Brees, one of the best all-time quarterbacks in the playoffs, who's never lost a game at home. I'm going to tease that -2, and I'm going to take Phillip Rivers plus 10 points, and then you get the Saints at -2. I think that's a great teaser. I'm going to put a lot of cash on it. I think those are my 4 plays, and depending on the weather on Kansas City tomorrow when I wake up, I might take the over as well, even at 57, 56.5.
That's sharp shit right there. You got something to add on to that, J Money?
Yeah, I'm with my guy Teddy, man. That's why we fuck with you, Teddy. Hey, Teddy, right on it, man. You see Rivers, this might be his last chance. Brady, we know Brady getting up there in age, but he got his rings, man. You got to think, man, this is a business. People say it all the time. This is a business. Sports these days are way too political, man. Like he says, the Chargers are the best road team. We see them playing defense, scoring offense. That's the thing. That's their defense is what's underrated. No one's really talking about. The Patriots, they're old to me, man. I'm sorry. They had a good record, but like I was telling people all year, they're not really the same team. Here they are in the playoffs. I think they lose this game. If I do play them, I'm not even taking the points. I would take the points to be safe. But I would have to throw a small shot on the money line because me personally, I feel like the Chargers will go in there and upset them. It's all over ESPN. Oh, the Chargers had Phillip Rivers never beats Tom Brady. Oh, he got his number. Woo. I think they do that type of shit for a reason, man. Don't be a bit surprised to see the Chargers come out here and win that game. I'm on the Rams, man. I live in Dallas. I'm always betting against the Cowboys. They're always taking my money, but I got a straight up bet with them, man. So I pretty much on the Rams money line. I'm betting a bunch of people at work some beer again, man. I lost the last time, but the Cowboys are at home. They on the road this time. I'm getting my beer back, man. I've doubled up with them boys. We bet 24 packs. I need 48 back, man. The Rams finna get this cash from me.
Yeah, for me, bro, we're going to get back to the basketball real quick, touching the basketball, but real quick on these games. Fuck Philadelphia. I want them to lose. I'm just telling y'all why. I'm not even capping these games, y'all. I'm an NBA guy, bro. I'm an NBA guy. I really don't care about no football like that. I'm not going to lie to y'all. I could care less. I like watching it, but I don't really care. I'm fading Philly because I don't want to see big man happy, so I hope Philadelphia loses. People from LA have a problem with people from Portland. They don't like me, so I want to see the Chargers lose. The Saints, my grandmother and my family from the South, I plan on going to New Orleans this summer. So if I go in the summer and the Saints win the Super Bowl, that means I'm definitely about to go party down there. So, yes, I want the Saints to win. And that's pretty much it, man. I'm just a biased person, and I have flaws, and I let my flaws be known. I don't want to see big man happy. You let LA guys who always see me hating my inbox, who always want to fight me when y'all come to Vegas. I want y'all to lose. And yeah, that's pretty much my place. That's how I'm picking the games. I mean, I'm not picking them no other way. Besides, I don't want you happy and I want you mad. That's it. So let's get back to the NBA real quick. I want to hear your take real quick, Teddy, on these games. Hornets, Blazers, man. Let me hear what you got to say on this game, Teddy.
I actually don't have a play, but I was going to go back to that Lakers game because I actually have a play. I think Jay's onto something with the under. I was just at the Lakers Timberwolves game last Sunday. Man, they are trash. I mean, I love my team, but without LeBron, Rondo, and I know Kuzma's back, I still think they don't have enough scoring options. The general's not on the floor, which is Rondo. So I think it's going to be hard to score. And you don't think the Jazz know that Kuzma went off a couple games last game? They're going to be zoned in on him. I think the under's a great play by Jay, so I'm actually tailing him on it.
No doubt. Jay, well, since Teddy, you want to take off with it, you break us down with this Hornets Blazers game, because I'm a Blazer fan, so I may sound biased. But let me hear what your take on it is.
Yeah, there you go again, bro. I'm sorry you had me over here in tears, man. But one quick thing, I know you was probably pissed last year when the Eagles won, man. You have to give credit where credit is due, but I don't see them winning. I don't see them winning this weekend. But into this game real quick, I'm with my guy, man. Like I say, I didn't really like too much in this game. I'm perfectly honest. The Hornets, they're in the midst of a very long road trip. I wish it was like the last game. I'm definitely just keep this in mind when the Hornets are on the last game of this long road trip against the Spurs. Fade them. It's on the 14th. That's the day before my son's birthday, man. Just trust me. It's in San Antonio. Take the Spurs. So y'all write this shit down. In this one, they're just coming off a loss. It's crazy because I could kind of see the Hornets keeping it close here. It's crazy to say, but I could see it. We know Dame Lillard got a little elbow injury. I rolled with my guy Real on the over, but I hadn't bet this play yet, but I'm almost positive that I will take a small shot with Charlotte plus the 6.5 to maybe keep it close. Not win, but at least maybe keep it close. I know that they're super small. I know that the Portland the Trailblazers pretty much outmatch them in every position, but they do kind of sort of match up well with them. We know Batum used to play there. They got Parker, coming off the bench. I always liked it. I liked it a lot that they had him coming off the bench behind Kemba Walker. They could possibly hang inside this number. It sounds crazy to say, but I just got a crazy feeling about this.
For me on this game, I'm all about the over. I grabbed it at 221. It was sitting at 223. I'm on my William Hill app right now. Again, William Hill, man, hit me up. I'm telling y'all, man, I'll go to work for y'all. I'll wear a William Hill t-shirt. I'll sleep in a William Hill hat, man. Hook me up, man. Plug me in. But, yeah, on this game, I'm on the over 221. It's still sitting at 223. I like the over in this spot. The Blazers cannot guard the three. The Hornets is a team that can't score points on the road. We watch how the Blazers play defense. I'm very, very, very surprised my Blazers are on the fourth spot on the West right now. We're going to have a tough time because you got teams like the Rockets are finally starting to find their groove. San Antonio's finding their groove. Lamar Butte come back for the Clippers. That's going to be a real sneaky team you got to look out for. They're going to play spoiler to maybe somebody in the playoffs if they make it to the playoffs. So it's going to be tough for these Blazers. I'm not liking what I'm seeing from my Blazers. This is a high number, but it's only this high because we are at home, and the Hornets have been just periodically, not periodically, but just continuously a bad team on the road every year. So, of course, I see why the Blazers are favored here, but you have to remember, Dame is dealing with an elbow injury. Do we really know how much that really affects his shooting? I mean, your elbow is your elbow. That's everything about your shot. So it's tough for me there, but I am on the over 221. The line moved to 223. I still say hop on the over. Your thoughts on that, Teddy, real quick, on that total or side?
I know that Portland's coming off that win here recently, and didn't they play the Bulls, I believe?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think, I always have a hard time betting on Portland to cover spreads, man, for whatever reason, man. It just seems like every time I bet on Portland, it's hard for me for them to have to cover a spread. So I would lean the Hornets here. I really don't have a play on this, but I would lean the Hornets here.
Thank you. And everybody, real quick, hit the like button. Y'all see it in the chat. Hit the like button. Hopefully one day next week, Jay Money and Teddy B, we're on here. We can make it to about 600 followers like the Low Bag Show is doing, the Godfather Show Up SBR is doing. They are killing it with numbers. Hey, Jay and Teddy, when NFL ends and football ends, man, we got to put on our A+ game because everybody's going to be coming to King's Court to watch this show. Everybody going to want basketball. So I'm going to need all your Laker insight, Teddy. I'm going to need all that magic shit you got. That Mav shit you got over there, J Money. So once you get some cash. We on one last game for the night, man. And Jay, if you did tell me on that Pacers are in the Knicks' ass early on right now, so it's looking decent. Hawks are keeping it close. Man, I'm going to tweet out a play about this Hawks game. I'm definitely going to tweet out a play about this Hawks game. I'm hoping the 76ers can get some kind of lead, at least an 8-point lead or something, and then we hop on the Hawks with the points. They're going to keep this game kind of close, at least within 10 points, I think, tonight. And if you took the plus 11 or 12.5, you should cash. Raptors and Nets, they're having a little trouble over there with them. Hopefully this first half cash for us. But on to this last game, Bulls-Warriors. I have no play on this game at all. I think the Warriors right now are a stay-off team until we get Booby. You don't bet the Warriors until you see Booby, or you take Warriors in-play bets only. They cannot cover ATS. The chemistry is off. Something's wrong over there. I think Steve Kerr is not a coach. He is just a guy who was just a guy who already Mark Jackson made that team. He just inherited the team. Then he inherited KD. Right now, the team is having problems, and when it's having problems the way it's having, you would expect your coach to fix them. You don't see Steve Kerr saying too much nothing. He can't fix shit. You know what I mean? He's not a coach. Let these guys have fun. It's all cool. It's all shits and giggles when you're winning. Now they're having issues. I'm completely off of that game. Go ahead, J Money. Take it from there, bro.
Yeah, it's a tough one. It's a very high spread. I'm with you on that one, man. I can't take the Warriors here. It looks too easy. You see them taking the Bulls. We saw how they just did the Knicks. A lot of people, the public, general public, is going to look at the last game. Oh, they blew the shootout Knicks, or not even look at the last game. Warriors versus the Bulls. Good team versus bad team. They're going to take the Warriors, and I just don't think it's that simple. I mean, you know that the Bulls, they lost 5 straight, look absolutely terrible. But, I mean, even in that game versus the Blazers, they were kind of fighting in that game. Damn near came close to a backdoor cover, really a couple of shots away, a few free throws away from covering that 10 points, or especially if you had them at 10 and a half. They were one basket away from covering that spread. So to see that they go in here, we know they're going into Golden State. Teams are going to give it their all. Even if you're the sorriest team, people going to want to go in there, you know what I'm saying, and play against Golden State. They're still going to give it their all and try to win this game. And I actually hope they do, because then they might be in damn good fade material tomorrow. But I lean towards the Bulls. It's no play for me, but I lean that way, getting 15 points. That's a bunch of points. I know this is the NBA. That's just, they could easily lose this game by 10, 11, 12 points, and the Warriors wouldn't be worried about that either. They just want to win.
What's your thoughts, Teddy?
He's right, Jay. I hate laying in the NBA. I hate laying more than 10 points with any team. I know it's the Warriors. You made a good point, the Bulls. I just don't like that. And back to what you said about Steve Kerr, I agree. I think the team is starting to kind of get away from him here. But I still think they're going to be in the championship when it's all said and done, and they should win, because when Boogie comes back, their bench is now going to be a little better. I think what's kind of going under the radar is the McCall. Them not signing McCall and letting Toronto, I believe, is going to the Raptors. Them not signing McCall to even if they had to pay a little over the luxury tax, you need to bring a guy like that in, because McCall gives them depth. And in the playoffs, I know they're going to have their superstars, but if they go up against a team with a lot of depth, especially in the Eastern Conference, where we could see Toronto or the Boston Celtics, who I still think the Boston Celtics are going to make it out of the East. I still think like the depth is going to be big, more than ever, for the Golden State Warriors.
Well, that's the funny thing about the Warriors. I've been hearing inside that Cantor may be on his way to either Golden State or Sacramento. I call him Booby. I know it's Boogie. Said the wrong word. It's Friday. I know what I got on my mind. Boobies. So yeah, that's how I'm gonna handle it. But it's Boogie, y'all. I see everybody in chat talking about his name is Boogie. It's not Booby. Man, we got so many names. Man, black folks got so many nicknames. Booby, Monk. You know, you got Junebug. You got so many names and so similar. Man, he our guy though. I mean, when he come back, that's when you want to bet on Golden State, in my opinion. Steve Kerr is not a coach. Is showing this Golden State team does not repeat. I think he might be out of a job, and I think he may be out of a job for the simple fact that there's gonna be a better coach out there that steps up and takes this spot from him. Yeah, that's it for me for tonight, man. Teddy, hit the people with your plays. What you want in NBA first. Follow them up with your football plays. Then J Money, do me a favor and follow right behind that, brother.
All right, y'all. So in the NBA, I really only have one play, and I'm actually tailing Jay's play on the under in the Lakers game. 215.5 is what I can get it at. And then for the playoffs, so Saturday's card, I'm taking the Colts straight up plus 5.5. I got it at. And I would love the teaser with the over. I just got to make sure that the weather is going to cooperate tomorrow. I know snow typically doesn't affect an over-under, but I got to make sure, it's not really cold, the wind. But I'll probably lean that way, too, with the teaser. And then on Sunday's card, I'm taking Phillip Rivers plus 10. Yes, I said it. Phillip Rivers. I know it's the Patriots. And then I'm going to take it with the -2 on the Saints.
Man, y'all know what's up. Yeah, I know me, man. My plays, I'm gonna just run them down real quick. I did have the over in the Hawks and Philadelphia game. I'm hoping that it comes through for me. I did get it at 232. It's gonna be tight. I'm hoping that the Hawks can at least keep trying to score points with them. I did take the under in the Bucks in the Wizards game, and then I did take a small shot with the Bucks. It's still early. I did take the first half on the Pacers game, and then I did take them full game minus the 8. I'm on the Timberwolves minus the 4.5, and I also did get the over at 222. I'm on that over as well. It's a small shot, but I really do like the Timberwolves in this game. I roll with my guy Rail on the Blazers and Hornets game. I did just take the over. I hadn't bet the side just yet. I'll tweet it out if I do end up betting, but I definitely tell my guy on the over. If he like it, I love it, man. And please, guys, please, man, I'm on this one. If y'all want to tell me, and don't get mad if it does happen to lose, but if y'all want to tell me, y'all been right with me. I'm on this shit today, man, for 4 units. On this Lakers and Utah Jazz game under 215.5. It said 215. You can bet that too, man. This game shouldn't see 210 points. I'm on this damn under. I lean towards the Bulls. I didn't play it. Y'all know what it is. J Money is money. The Kings Court is money. My guy Teddy B is money. We're gonna get this cash this weekend, man.
No doubt. Well, here go my plays, everybody. And yeah, Jay, I did tell you on the under in the Lakers game this morning when I saw you tweet it out. So that's definitely was a play that I did hop on. For this Hawks 76ers game, I suggest everybody in play it. That's my personal opinion. I know it's about to be halftime soon. So either I'll find something at halftime. If I don't find anything at halftime, I'll look for what is in play and I put it out. The only way you guys are able to get my in plays, or if you guys have my what's that word with you? What's the thing on Twitter where you gotta have the updates on, or what is that? The alerts? Yeah, make sure your alerts are on so you guys get those little plays. I hear people telling me, "Oh, I don't get all your plays because you tweet so much." Well, it's called support. If Teddy tweets something out, I'm gonna retweet it. Jay Money tweets something out, I'm gonna retweet it. It's called support. The more we support each other, the better we become as individuals. The more opportunities you have in life. So I just show support and show love right back. So that's why. But make sure you guys have those alerts on. I'm on the Bucks. They're getting ass whipped right now. I had a personal play first quarter. That shit ain't work out. I'm still on a full game -3. I tell everybody jump on a -1.5. It's still early, only first half of games. Games are won in the first half. They won at the end of the fourth quarter or OT. We have seen it happen several times. So keep our fingers crossed about that one. Pacers, first quarter, looking good right now. It's 420 in the first. My favorite number right there. So we'll sit back and wait on the Pacers. But I am on the Pacers first quarter and full game as well. I'm also on the Rockets first half, and my full game play is a personal play. I really don't want to give it out, but if you guys take it, you guys take it. It's really not something I'm about to retweet on Twitter saying I gave Rockets full game out if they win or if they lose. But I am giving out first half -8. I'm on the Timberwolves. My man Jay Money agreed on that. My man Jimmy the Bag agreed on that. I love Timberwolves tonight, but we fading them tomorrow. My personal play, fading Timberwolves tomorrow against the Pelicans. I'm on the Lakers tonight +8.5. I just don't believe in the Jazz. And also, again, following my man Jay Money on that under Blazer game. I'm jumping on the over, and I have nothing whatsoever when it comes to the Bulls Warriors game. I do have a parlay for you guys. It's a crazy parlay. You guys do want to tell it. It's a personal parlay I took. I took Lakers +8.5. I took Timberwolves to win the game -210. And I took Rockets first half -8. And that's a +431 payout on William Hill. If you guys want to tell me, the parlay once again is Rockets first half -8, Wolves money line to win -210, and Lakers +8.5. Or you guys could switch it around, maybe add the over in the Blazer game on it, or whatever you guys want to do. But that plays 431. Teddy B, tell them where to find you at, brother, and how they can get a hold of you, man. And Teddy B, I see a lot of the hate on Twitter for you, bro. Don't trip. I am about to mop the floor with Big Man. That tournament starts next week, so I got your back, brother. Don't worry. Leave it to the big homie. I got you. I got the light work for you, G.
That's what I like to hear, bro. But yeah, you guys can find me at Twitter at TeddyB_1 And I forgot to give a big shout out. Mitch Wiggins, Andrew Wiggins' dad's watching the show. Yeah, I told you I'd give you a shout out. We met at the Timberwolves game. He was sitting right in front of us. A very good, genuine guy. You know what I said about your son when he becomes a free agent? Tell him to come consider Cali. We'll take him there. I think he's starting to finally show out. Much love. Thanks, Mitch, for the support. Thanks for watching these guys. SPR.
J Money, let him know it.
Yeah, I wish you would have told me that, Teddy. I would have been hollering at Mitch this whole time. What's up, Mitch? Hey, hit me up. I put my Twitter in chat, man. Hey, I come to a game with you, whatever, man. I play your son one-on-one. He might beat me, but hey, I'm gonna get some buckets too, man. I play some defense too. I might come play, you know what I'm saying, be on a little. I know NBA don't have a practice squad. I can come try out for their D League or something, man. Put me in there, man. You holler at me on Twitter. I can come up there to Minnesota. Hey, this weekend, you holler at me, Mitch Wiggins. Hey, I play your son one-on-one for some money, man. Y'all know what's up. Follow me on Twitter at JMoneyIsMoney. Let's get this money with this Lakers game and Jazz game under, man.
Hey, I just want to say thank you to Mr. Wiggins if you are watching this, and thank you to Teddy for even putting our name in this show out there when you talk to him. I don't want to challenge your son in basketball. I know he's going to kick my ass. I know better. I just want to tell him thank you for watching the show. J Money want all the smoke. Make sure you tell Wiggins, don't bring his girlfriend around J Money. Just let you know that ahead of time. Don't tell her to follow him on Twitter. Hey, at your own risk. At your own risk. But shout out to everybody. It's Friday. I'm about to pack my bags. I'll be in Phoenix for the weekend, hanging out. I'll be at my wife and my 10-year-old son. So if you guys want to see me or hang out with me, hit me up. But I am on my family vibe. I'm not on my turn-up vibe. Good luck to everybody. That's my man, J Money. Our special guest, Teddy B. I'm King Real. And remember, Celtics tomorrow are plays I'm taking in case I didn't tweet it out. And I'm also on the Pelicans tomorrow, man. God bless everybody. Everybody have a good night. Thank you, Larry, once again for hosting. Keeping the show going and spending time with us after hours. Now, I'm about to go roll up, pull up, and get toe up. Love everybody. Catch y'all on Monday.